Have you found your calling? Have you found the one thing that makes you happy and drives you to wake up and go every day? I'm going to tell you a story, but I want you to know no matter what you're doing, you can find your calling in the little things that you do. My name's Will. I'm a serial entrepreneur, means I have 2 music academies. I also do a keynote speaking business, and I play music with a guy named Luke LaPrade. My real calling and where I feel like I'm making a huge difference in this world is through my music academies. And I'm going to tell you a little story about when I first got started in this and how it's going. Oh, and I'm going to give you 3 tips on how you can start working on your calling today no matter what you're doing. So this is the story, we'll call her Cassandra, to give a little anonymity to them. But Cassandra was a student of mine when we first opened our music academy. Well, it wasn't even a music academy then. I was a music store that was offering music lessons. It was literally a one-man operation. I think I had a couple of other guys hanging around the shop kind of helping me. But I didn't know what I was doing back then really well, but I did know at least how to teach some music lessons. Cassandra was a fan of Avenged Sevenfold, so with all students, to get them hooked on music, I teach them a little bit, at least simple parts that I can find in music that they already enjoy. And Cassandra was a good student. She worked hard. She did her practice like she was supposed to. She went home. I don't know how long she actually practiced, but she progressed fairly quickly in the early game, which is kind of unheard of for students. And after a couple of weeks, I guess her first and second week went really well. And then probably around week 3 or 4, her mom comes to me and kind of pulls me aside, and she says, I need to talk with you about this. I was like, okay, yeah. So we're off in another room, and she says, I hate Avenged Sevenfold. And I'm sitting here, my eyes, I'm sure, got wide, and I'm like, well, I do describe it. Hey, I teach, try to get them hooked by music they like. And she goes, no, I need you to shut up, and I need you to listen to me. She goes, I hate Avenged Sevenfold, but I want you to know every night when I pass by her room and I hear that awful music and her trying to learn and not doing real well at it, she's a beginner, I want you to know I love the music coming out of that room. And it was real quiet. She got real, and you could tell she was starting to choke up. She said, I don't have to worry about when I walk past that room whether my daughter's cutting herself because I hear her playing her guitar. Before, she was cutting herself, and many a times we had to take her to the hospital because she was succeeding. And even now, just thinking about that moment of this beautiful, wonderful child, I say child, she was a teen, but just this bright personality, it hit me. And the mother said, I want to thank you for what you do here because you've given me hope that my daughter's going to make it. And I tell you, after you've had a student for that short a time period, and mom tells you that things hit. Because you've just gotten to know this child. All you see is their bright personality. You don't know the stuff they're fighting with in their house. You don't know what the child is dealing with at school or at home or with boys or whatever else might be going on in their lives. And that night on the drive home, I knew this was what I was supposed to be doing in my life. That this is my calling. This is what should be driving me. And it is. It still to this day is what drives me further and further. And now that I don't teach as much as I do, and we have over 400 students and 30-something staff, but that's what I try to instill in my staff is like, we are here to save lives and make a difference with music. We are here to make more Cassandras and make more of some of the other students that I've run across through the years. But for you, are you finding your passion? Are you finding what drives you? Because at that point, I was just trying to find a way to make the bills pay and wasn't doing very good at it. But it's funny because after I got my passion, the students came. After I found what I was looking for and what I needed to hear, I couldn't turn back after that. I was just going through the daily life, doing the regular things, trying to pay the bills, and had a music store and some music students. And here my earth is shattered because I've been given a drive and a passion that music can save lives. So I'm encouraging you, if you need to be in music, your kids need to be in music, you literally can make a difference. Whether they're hurting themselves or whatever, music is a life-changing thing. It's a gift you give your kids that they can have for life. But aside from that, for your passions, for your drive, what makes you tick? I don't know, maybe you're a barista or a bartender, maybe you sack groceries, or I don't know, whatever you're doing. Maybe you're an Uber driver. But there's 3 things that I know will help you get there. Is reflect on your passions and interests, number 1. I had an interest in music. I had an interest in teaching music. I'd been playing since as long as I can remember. So I was reflecting that in what I was doing. Now, again, I wasn't doing it very well back then. I was not making a good living. But I reflected on my passions and my interest, and that allowed me to be in a position where I was doing it. And you don't have to be at a music academy right now if your passion is teaching music. But you need to be working towards what your passions are. Teach some lessons on the side or whatever. Or if you're something else, if you're like, man, I really want to be in the medical field helping, you can help people now. Surround yourself with people that reflect your interests and self-values. Also, look for any opportunities in growth and learning. So after I opened my academy, I then joined a business coach. And I had a business coach help me along the way, and a business coach really helped turn the things that I didn't know, the things that he had already learned. He already had a successful school, so I was just following his footsteps. So don't forget to grow and learn in the area you know that you're called for. Like I say, I just happened to be in there, and I was like, this is what we're doing. We're doing this 100%. So we went and grew, and then we learned, and that obviously helped grow our business. The other thing you want to do is connect with like-minded people. Now, in my situation, where people who like music were bringing their kids to me because they wanted their kids to learn music. But surround yourself with like-minded people. So part of being in that business coaching that I got into was I'm still with them, by the way, years later. I'm surrounded by like-minded individuals who have the same vision, same goals, same aspirations. They want to see their stores do well, but they want to see also these students thrive in life. So now fast forward, Cassandra grew up. She has a baby now. She even worked for me a little while. And it's just so awesome to see this human being and this person grow, and to know I might have had something to do with it. So I don't know. Maybe she would have found her way anyway. In other news, another really cool student brought me some Twizzlers. I've been enjoying these. So you can also make a difference by bringing your teacher some snacks, or bring someone that's important in your life some snacks. And just, if that mother had never reached out to me, I'm sure another parent would have reached out at some point and given me the drive that I have. But maybe you're that person that needs to compliment someone on what they're doing so that they know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing in life. You'll take care of each other. Have a great day.